You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports. Let's talk about Michael Irvin, the Marriott Hotel. And, of course, this lawsuit that Michael Irvin has filed against Marriott and the accuser of some kind of alleged offensive activity, I guess, against Michael Irvin. Whatever led NFL Network to yank Michael Irvin off of Super Bowl coverage. Nobody can still figure out what happened. There's been video and witnesses come out on behalf of Michael Irvin saying nothing happened. But yet, NFL Network chose to jump out there very quickly and pull Michael Irvin off their airwaves. ESPN First Take has also done the same thing. And that was go time. I've said this was go time for an NFL analyst. The most important week of the entire year. They yank Michael Irvin off the air. I'm a big Michael Irvin fan, both as a player and as an analyst. I just love Michael's energy. He fires me up. And people are coming out and saying, look, we can't tell that he did anything wrong here. To his credit, he's not taking this lying down. He's fighting back. He's suing as many people. I guess he's chosen not to sue NFL Network because he's technically still employed. And I guess he's hoping, hey, I'm just going to prove my innocence and then be back on the air. But unfortunately, we live in a very let's cancel before getting the facts society, right? So let's get to this, because Marriott, unfortunately, if you're a fan of Irving and you want truth to come out and you believe he's innocent, like I tend to, Marriott has scored a bit of a victory here in court, because they have gotten this lawsuit, moved out of the state court in Texas, okay, and over into federal court now. All right. Now, there's a feeling that when you have something like this that cross state lines, because, you know, he was in Arizona and this is in Texas, yada, 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 that wherever the home cooking is might have an advantage. Marriott realizes that, so they got this thing moved into federal court, which probably means it's going to become a shit show, if you want to know the truth. This is Florio. Keep in mind, Florio is a lawyer himself. Hall of Fame Cowboys receiver Michael Irvin wisely sued Marriott in a court that would likely be more favorable to his interest. Marriott has now wisely shifted the case to a court that would likely be more favorable to its interest. Via Daniel Kaplan of theathletic.com, Marriott has removed the case from state court in Texas to federal court. The evidence comes from the fact that Marriott filed an official notice on the state court docket that the shift had occurred. Federal law authorizes defendants sued in state court to take the case to federal court when the defendants are not residents of the states where they have been sued. This concept recognizes the reality that there may be some home cooking for local residents suing out-of-state parties in a state court. It makes sense. State court judges are elected. Federal court judges are appointed for life. At some level, state court judges will be conflicted by the fact that the plaintiff is among the electorate. Yeah, and very high profile in the state of Texas. Michael Irvin, I mean, look, people love Michael Irvin here. Absolutely do. Removal occurs automatically. Irvin now has the ability to file a motion to reprimand the case to state court. Remand the case to state court, sorry. As long as all defendants are not Texas residents. However, the case will stay in state court. So, in other words, he can file a motion to maybe keep this in the state. So, it's a win for Marriott for now. Now, he's already had a couple of wins himself. The removal comes after Irvin scored a couple of early wins in state court, with the presiding judge requiring Marriott to name the employee who accused him of misconduct at the outset of Super Bowl week. Yeah, there was some confusion. In the beginning, when all of this came out, there was no word that this was a Marriott employee, all right, that had the issue with Irving, supposedly. And that has since come out, okay, that it's some kind of an employee or somebody that has something to do with Marriott hotels. I believe it was a Renaissance, which is owned by them. And then ordering Marriott to surrender any in-house video of the interaction that resulted in the accusation. There's got to be video of this somewhere. Though rulings remain operative in the case unless and until Marriott persuades the federal judge to overturn them. Irving was abruptly pulled from NFL Network Super Bowl coverage after the allegation was made. The specifics still aren't known. ESPN also removed Irving from a scheduled appearance on First Take. He promptly sued, alleging that he has been falsely accused. Yeah. And that's sort of kind of how we feel about the situation because, like I said, so far, everything seems to be pointing in the favor of nothing to see here. Please move along on behalf of Michael Irvin. Now, the other thing we've talked about is keep in mind he has been falsely accused in the past. Very high profile here in Texas back in the 90s involving Eric Williams, where they supposedly held a woman captive and cocaine was involved and yada, 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 until she come out and admitted she was completely lying. And then I think he sued her and won. Yeah, so you see how that works. Superstar athlete, dollar signs start popping up and flashing and sauntering through people's heads. They can see an athlete absolutely in this day and time as a paycheck. Oh, that's Michael. Oh, that's the guy that played for the Dallas Cowboys. Well, wait a minute. His past seems kind of shady, doesn't it? You know, cha-ching. Right? You find some shady lawyer. Oh, lawyer's thinking, if we can nail Michael Irvin and blah and blah and blah, then it's a win for me too. This is a woman. We're automatically going to believe every word that comes out of her mouth. The court of public opinion, except, look, we're starting to take a step back from all this. The cancel culture becoming so prevalent, at least for me, has started putting up my antennas of not so fast. I know a lot of you may be thinking, but Deshaun Watson, look, there were 100 damn women. All right. Where there's that much smoke over the entire city, likely the entire city is burning to the ground. We're talking about one person. Even if Deshaun's was 1, 2, maybe even 3, I'd have been very, very skeptical. When it turns into 30 that actually file and 100 potentially floating around out there, yeah, I'm sorry. There's too much smoke there for me to buy much of in way of a lot of innocence. Yeah. Or benefits of the doubts. Let's put it that way. Tell me what you think. Black and white sports supporters. Michael Irvin, Marriott trying to get it moved to federal court. As of right now, they have. But Irvin's lawyer might be able to stop that from happening. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.